tomorrow might be the last day to prep for really what's going to be the big first snowfall of the season.
And technically it's later today. At this point, it's nearly 1 in the morning. But yeah, so we have this much larger storm that's going to be coming in on Tuesday. I know saying substantial or saying it's a big storm is a bit subjective, but it is certainly the biggest snowstorm of the season thus far. Here's a look at the radar right now. For the most part, the precipitation has exited the state with the exception of a couple of rain showers associated with this front still hanging out in areas of down East Maine. Those should move out of the area within the next few hours or so. Overnight low temperatures tonight will drop down below freezing for most of us, really anywhere outside of areas of down East Maine. Therefore, some black ice is possible because of the precipitation that we saw earlier freezing on those surfaces. So keep in mind things might be a little bit slippery. It's also going to be windy during the day tomorrow. Wind gusts upwards of 30 to 35 miles per hour during the day tomorrow, so it'll make it feel even colder than it actually is. And those high temperatures tomorrow will be even colder than they were today. We will see a good bit of sunshine during the day tomorrow, though, especially in the afternoon. Those high temperatures will be in the 30s, mainly, maybe a couple of low 40s closer to the coast, but for most of us will remain in the 30s during the day. And then a lot of us have been talking about the storm that comes in on Tuesday, so let's break that down. The National Weather Service has issued a winter storm watch, and that means in Maine that there is the potential for 6 inches or more of snow, and we're likely looking at the heaviest precipitation Tuesday afternoon and Tuesday evening. So it looks like this system has sped up a little bit. So now we're looking at snowfall starting in the late morning hours and extending throughout the rest of the day. I think we'll have fairly heavy precipitation during the evening commute or when kids will be getting out of school, particularly between 4 and 6 p.m. Already seeing some of that heavy precipitation. I think it gets even heavier, for example, around 9 or 10 p.m. So it will make travel very difficult during the evening and overnight hours on Tuesday. There is the chance of some mixed precipitation along the immediate coastline. Not all of the models have this, so right now that is still a little bit of a question in the forecast. But we'll definitely keep an eye on that. If there is any mixed precipitation, that will certainly cut into our snowfall totals in those areas. And then this system should clear out for most of us by the time we get to sunrise or just after sunrise on Wednesday morning. So here's a first look at the snowfall forecast, looking at 4 to 8 inches closer to the coast. Again, if we do see some of that mixed precipitation, which is most likely in areas of the mid-coast and down East Maine, that they could therefore be on the lower end of the 4 to 8. 2 to 4 inches north of areas like Bangor, Augusta, and Lewiston, and then up in areas of far northern Maine in the mountains. You're the farthest away from that center of low pressure. Therefore, snowfall totals up there up to about 2 inches. Marine forecast sees 5 to 10 feet. That gale warning is in effect until tomorrow at 10 a.m. So let's take a look at that 7-day forecast. I think we'll have a good bit of sunshine during the day tomorrow, but it'll be very cold and it'll feel even colder because of those gusty winds. Then we have our larger storm that comes in Tuesday into Wednesday. Remember, it has sped up a little bit now, so now we're looking more like Tuesday late morning into very early Wednesday morning. Several inches of snow, especially closer to the coast. Obviously, we just went over that snowfall map. We have an Arctic front that comes through on Thursday, therefore we'll have some scattered snow showers and it'll be cold and windy. And then Sam, behind that Arctic front ushers in likely some of the coldest air of the season so far for Friday. High temperatures in the 20s, those overnight lows in the single digits.
All right, I just put an extra pair of gloves in my car because it's always the worst when you go out to your car to scrape or get the